The movie starts with a voice narrator narrating on how long ago the galaxy was ruled by an alien race called the Iridians, who had power and technology far beyond human comprehension. It is said that they disappeared a long time ago, but left fragments of their technology, and they became the foundation for all human advancements. But the Iridians' greatest secrets were hidden in a vault in the planet Pandora. Meanwhile, Tina is on a spaceship in a room, but just then, a man forcefully opens the door and tells her there seems to be trouble, and her dad sent him to bring her to safety. As they head out of her cell room, Tina seems to be targeted, but the soldier shields her. Amidst the chaos, a man breaks out of jail and attacks everyone. The prisoner, Krieg, carries Tina, and he seems to have affection for her. The soldier gently approaches Krieg and asks to help him get Tina out of there, and he agrees. The scene switches to another planet called Promethea. The narrator says they can't all be the daughter of Iridia skipping down the path of destiny. Some have to work for a living. However, a man is forcefully being dragged by a woman into a club as he pleads with her. It turns out that the man shot some guards in a heist in Lectra City. The woman's name is Lilith, and she is bounty hunter. She gets approached by a man who says he represents a very wealthy man who has a contract for her. She tells him she has a job and maybe she can attend to the man next month. The man's bodyguards seem to want to cause trouble, and Lilith shoots them and attack the man. The employer they were representing then appears, but isn't given the time of day, because Lilith shoots him too. It turns out the man was some type of clone. The real employer then introduces himself through a face hologram on the clone's face. He introduces himself as Decalian Atlas. He asks for his last henchman to put the hologram on his face so he can communicate better. He goes on and says he is the president of the Atlas Corporation. He tells her his daughter has been kidnapped, and he needs her to be returned to him. He says he can't send his soldiers because the kidnapper is one of them, so he needs an outsider who can handle the people in Pandora. She refuses, but then agrees when he gives her a hefty amount. He gives her a device to activate when she finds his daughter and tells her not to disappoint. We get to Pandora, where Lilith arrived at. It turns out she is from Pandora herself, but hates the planet very much. The daughter of the man is Tina, and Lilith goes around with her photo to ask if any of the people around have seen her. They tell her Tina and the soldier had passed there weeks ago, heading north to a place called Firestone. Lilith runs into some other locals, a murderous gang, but she manages to take care of them. She gets a ride to go north. Lilith arrives at Firestone. She sees a wanted poster of the soldier, Roland Greaves, that took Tina. Lilith is camping at night. When she notices something watching her, she shoots at it, and it turns out to be a robot, which then approaches her. It introduces itself as Claptrap, and it is the last of its kind still in service. But Lilith does not want anything to do with it and tries to shoo it away. It says it was programmed to help her upon her return, so it can't leave. She said no one knew she was returning and asked who programmed Claptrap, but it said it doesn't know. Claptrap says he has to serve her until she's dead. It said he has a technology in him that can be used to find someone. She gives it Tina's picture to access her last known location. It spots her last location, but Lilith would need help getting there. Day breaks and Lilith spots the Lance, Atlas's soldiers with the murderous gangs together. Claptrap guesses they were also sent by Atlas to look for his daughter. The Lance leaves and Lilith shoots the gang to get their vehicle. Lilith gets to the destination Claptrap said was the last known location of Tina. Lilith sees a particular container and enters. It looked like someone had lived there. She realizes that someone was in the container. Tina comes out of hiding. Lilith asks for the soldier that brought her, but she says he left her, and she hasn't seen him in days. It seems Tina doesn't want to go with Lilith, and she starts throwing explosives at her. Lilith tries to explain to Tina that she is here to save her, but she doesn't listen. Tina calls for Krieg. Lilith shoots at Krieg, but he blocks them and attacks her. They get into fighting as they keep attacking each other. Lilith tries to convince Tina that it's her dad that sent her, but Tina says she doesn't have a dad. Lilith tells her that the planet can mess with her mind, so she should just come with her. A woman interrupts and says she would be taking Tina with her instead. She introduces herself as Commander Knox of the Crimson Lance. The Lance appear as well. Tina plays along and agrees to go with Knox and the Lance, but she tricks Knox and gives her a bomb, which Knox throws at the trailer Tina and Lilith were standing on, and they fall. Lilith and Knox were about to go at it, but then Roland, the soldier that took Tina and is wanted for kidnapping, appears. Tina drags Lilith with her into Roland's car and tells her his is with her. Krieg also enters the car and Roland drives away. They get Claptrap inside the car as well. The Lance is hot on their trail to get Tina. Roland and Lilith shoot at the Lance, but they get back on their tail. Roland takes a risk and manages to get rid of them. They encounter a monster, and the Lance come back and surround them. Roland again manages to get them out of the dire situation. They find a place to settle. Lilith surveys the area, but finds nothing. Tina reveals that her father thinks she is a daughter of Iridia and can open the vault. Lilith accuses Roland of taking her for himself, but Tina says he didn't kidnap her, he saved her. Roland points a gun at Lilith and says whatever is in the vault, a man like Atlas can never get his hands on it. Lilith tells Roland that if Atlas finds out what they did with the Lance, she's dead, so they're on the same side whether he likes it or not. Roland tells Lilith he knows someone who would have a plan to save them, and that person was the one who came up with the idea of breaking Tina out and collecting the keys. They head to their next destination. Roland said they're going to meet a contact of his, Moxie, who will take him to the vault expert. Lilith then asks Moxie where the scientist vault expert is. She tells Lilith how they will get there. One of the guys at Moxie's place tries to attack Roland to get the cash prize for finding him, but Moxie quickly tases him. They spot the Lance, so they quickly get going to where the scientist is. They get to her location, and it seems Lilith and the scientist, Tanis, know each other. Lilith wants to leave, and Roland keeps convincing her to stay. Tanis goes to Lilith, and Lilith angrily says her mother trusted her to take care of her, but she left her to chase after the vault. Lilith is by herself when Tina comes to join her. Lilith asks if Atlas really her father is. She explains that Atlas is obsessed with the vault, and he found a piece of the vault key with Iridian blood on it and used it to clone her so he can open the vault, and that's how she was created and what her purpose was. Tina tells Lilith he wants to use whatever technology is in the vault to make super weapons. Tina breaks down and says Atlas is just going to use her as a tool to open the vault and after is going to lock her in a lab again and do more experiments on her. The Lance are still at Moxie's. They spot Claptrap and know that Tina, Roland, and the others are nearby. Tanis tells them where the second key is when Claptrap comes and they alert the gang. Knox blocks all entries and exits and orders everyone to take off their masks. The gang get into a garbage truck to escape. They get to where they are going to get the second key. It is a very dangerous place, and they have to deal with a psycho gang which seem impossible. They use Claptrap as a distraction to get by the psycho gang. They get to a room where the key would be, but it seems it will take them time to find, but Lilith senses where I could be and finds it. Claptrap makes noise which attracts the Bloodshot gang. They find them and attack. The gang manages to fight them off and escape, but they soon encounter some more of them. They find an elevator, but need to fix it, so Krieg, Roland, and Lilith hold the murderous gang off. They get into the elevator, but it still isn't working. Roland sacrifices himself and gets out of the elevator to fix the issue, but now has to fight his way out of there, but unfortunately, the Bloodshots are too much and get to him. The elevator doesn't have brakes, and it seems the gang will die, but miraculously Tina teleports them with her mind, a newfound ability. They find shelter there to rest for the night. Tanis reveals to Lilith that Tina is the third key, and when she opens it, she and the other two keys gets absorbed, and the vault opens. Lilith is agitated at that realization. Tanis tells Lilith that it's either they take her, or Atlas does. The scene shifts to Roland. It seems he survived by using a bomb to kill all the Bloodshots. He wonders how he is going to get out of there. The scene shifts to Lilith breaking the tracking device when a hologram of Atlas appears telling her he knows where they are and is sending a team of Lance to them. He threatens that if she destroys the key, he will kill all the vault hunters Tina is with. Tina hears a part of their conversation and thinks Lilith is an enemy. She throws a bomb at Lilith which knocks her unconscious, but she survives. Lilith asks Claptrap where the others are. It tells her they found a truck in a village and left. Lilith heads to the village, and it seems it was her hometown. She heads to her former house, and a drawing triggers a hologram message from her mom on Claptrap. Lilith then runs to go find Tina. Tanis and Krieg find the vault. Tanis warns Tina that it might kill her, but she still goes for it, but nothing happens. Just then her father, Atlas, appears. He commands that Tina's nervous system should be kept intact and her organs in ice, planning to make another clone. Just then, Roland appears to defend Tina. Atlas commands to kill everyone, but Nox intervenes and tells them to hold their fire. As she shields Tina and the others, she gets obliterated by Atlas. Just then, Lilith appears and tells Atlas to let them go. Lilith reveals she is the daughter of Iridia. She makes a trade with Atlas that she will open the vault, but Atlas lets Tina go. Atlas says he will let them all go free, and they have his word. Tanis tells Lilith that her mother gave Lilith to her to take her away, so she would never open the vault. Lilith says she has to open it. Lilith goes ahead and places the key in herself to open the vault, but instead she is given her true power and protects her friends who then fight off the Lance. Atlas fires the obliterator at Lilith, which brings her down. She tries to destroy the obliterator, but fails and gets hit with it again, which makes her fall and lose consciousness. Lilith regains consciousness, and as Atlas is about to shoot her again, she blocks it and destroys the obliterator, which comes crashing down, causing chaos. Amidst the chaos, Atlas gets a hold of Tina and uses it to threaten Lilith and ask her to take him to the vault. Lilith creates a kind of portal, takes Atlas and Tina with her. They are in the vault. Lilith takes away Atlas's shield, giving Tina an opportunity to free herself from Atlas. Lilith and Tina leave the vault, leaving Atlas there, who gets consumed by a monster in the vault. The scene switches and we see fireworks going off and a party at Moxie's. The gang enjoy the fireworks show as they are finally free. The rest go join the party, leaving Tina and Lilith alone. Tina persuades Lilith to give her a show with the Flame Hawk abilities. The movie then came to an end. If you enjoy recap like this, kindly subscribe for more.